Good morning, fellow judges, teachers, and students. We are from Group 4. My name is Devin.
My name is Joffrey.
My name is Willie.
And my name is Dion.
Today's topic is about say no to child labor. In this presentation, we have divided into 4 main parts. The first part is the definition, the second part is the overview, the third one is the statistic, and the last one is solution. The definition and overview will be brought to you by my partner Joffrey. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Devin. So, the purpose of our presentation is to spread awareness about the danger of child labor. But before we ask ourselves about how to help those pitiful children, first we must know how to define what child labor is. So, child labor is when someone forces a child to work, and it also applies when someone disregards child rights at work. And maybe some of you are wondering why this is so bad and dangerous to them. It's because it's mentally, physically, and morally wrong, and also interfere with their school. And there are 3 main factors that cause this thing to happen. First is poverty. They have no money to eat, so their parents send them to work instead of sending them to school. The second is ignorance. The government ignores them, so no one really cares about them. The last is the law of supply and demand. It means if there is a single demand for a child worker, there will be someone out there that make up for those demands. So, for the statistics part, I will pass it along to my friend, Devin.
Now, let's see the statistic behind me. You can see that in the year 2000, there are 16% of children from the world population who are forced to participate in child labor. Luckily, the numbers are decreasing. However, in the year 2016 and 2020, there isn't any significant change in the number. There are still 9.6% children, which is around 200 million children who are still unable to escape from it. That's why we suggest that we need to stop the stagnation immediately. Now let's take a look at the situation of child labor around the world. We can see that Africa ranked the highest with a total number of 72.1 million child laborers, continued by Asia and the Pacific with a total number of 62.1 million child laborers. The interesting fact is, in developed continents such as America, Europe, and Central Asia, there are much fewer child labor compared to developing countries. Now for the solution, will be brought to you by my partner Dion and Willie.
Alright. Now we move to the solution we can do as a teenager. For the solution, we have 5 main points for it. Let's start with a donation first. By making a donation, such as necessities, books, or small amount of money, we can help children who involved in child labor to build more confidence, to refuse every unfair job offer. And the next one is report. By reporting a suspicious activity related to child labor to the institute who handle this problem or to the police, this small movement surely had a lot of benefit for the victim of the child labor. And let me give a small reminder, never ever be a bystander. Imagine around your neighborhood there is children being forced to work. What did you do? Did you report to the police station? Or you just ignore it because that children is not belonging to your family? If you chose option number 2, that means you are part of bystander. Next is education. For the education, we are not only giving it to the children, we also teach to adults and enlighten them. The reason why child labor is happen is totally lies on selfish and indifferent adults, and of course we teach them how to overcome this problem. And for the rest of the solution, I handle it to my friend.
Alright, thank you, Willie. For the next solution we have is boycott. Now, when talking about boycott, we're not talking about the average boycott like going on a strike for more. What we're offering is a simpler, easier, and perhaps way more effective way of boycott, which is by subscribing and paying more attention to the communities that are supporting the cause of ending child labor, one of which is the Bureau of International Labor Affairs. If you enter to their website, you'll see topics like these that can help you be more aware regarding child labor. And for the last one, we have campaign. Now, organizations, communities, and governments are urging and calling out to the adults around the world to be more aware and more conscious regarding this child labor situation. The methods they use can be advertised in your social media advertisements regarding child labor. And then we have protests. Representatives can go down to the street and do polite demonstration and protest to increase public awareness. The last one we have volunteer. You can do acts of volunteer to help child labor. And finally, for those of you who don't know, June 12th is the annual World Day Against Child Labor. In this special day, we urge the judges, the teachers, and the students to take a step forward and say no to child labor. Thank you.